the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, Congressman Mike Turner, and the ranking member, Congressman Jim Himes. Gentlemen, thank you both so much for joining me this evening.
Thank you.
Congressman Himes, I want to ask you first, what leverage, if any, do you think the U.S. has to get Evan Gershkovich home?
Well, it's hard. These cases are always hard because, of course, we know why the Russians are doing this. They're doing this because they are losing a war. They're angry at the United States for leading the charge against their brutal invasion of Ukraine, and so they're just striking out. At the end of the day, it's evidence of just the sheer desperation of the Kremlin. But it's hard because, of course, they'll want to negotiate the way they have in the past, and it's brutally hard to imagine that you're going to trade anything for an innocent journalist. So, look, the government will do everything it's supposed to do diplomatically. Russia will hopefully realize that if it starts kidnapping Westerners, because that's what has happened, that business people, whatever remaining business people are in Russia, are going to get out of there, and hopefully they'll rethink this brutal activity. And
Chairman Turner, of course, Gershkovich is not the only American there. Paul Whelan, for example, has been in Russian prison for years, also on espionage charges. To what extent do you think the arrest, the wrongful detention, as the U.S. is calling it, of this journalist has complicated efforts to get other Americans home?
Well, as Jim was saying, it certainly is difficult. One thing that's great is it's great to see him, to know that Evan appears to be okay. This does, though, illustrate that this is an authoritarian regime. And that means that they don't allow dissent. They don't allow people to have opposing views. They don't have the freedoms that we have. And they're in a war that they're losing, and that is absolutely been identified as war crimes. They don't want the public discourse in their country because they know it's certainly diminishes the authoritarian regime's grip on its populace. So I think you'll see issues like this where they're trying to tamp down dissent, where they're arresting journalists and trying to prevent the truth from being told.
And I did meet earlier today with the British Secretary of Defense, and he was saying that about these leaked documents that we now have seen many of, scores of, and we believe there are hundreds out there. He said, don't take them at face value. We also heard from John Kirby at the White House saying that they still don't know the full scope of what is out there. What are you being told by intelligence officials about the documents that we still don't know about, that they don't know about, and the veracity of what we have seen?
Sure. Well, one thing here, any leak is damaging because, of course, we keep things classified because we don't want our adversaries to see them. And even when documents are altered or when they are used for inappropriate purposes, they undermine our national security and the national security of our allies. So that's why this is of such great concern. I do think as we go through the review process, how did he find these documents? How did he have access to them? Those are going to be important questions as we try to get the answers of how do we fix this so it doesn't happen again. But certainly there have been reports that some of these documents that had been circulated did not have accurate information on them. Some, we don't know, but they still show exposure and are danger to the United States.
Congressman, as far as we know, as Chairman Turner was just saying, these documents came from this 21-year-old airman. It came from the military side of the House, if you will. What do you believe, in your role as someone who oversees the intelligence community, the intelligence that community needs to do to tighten things up? Because in these documents, we did see some intelligence that purports to come from the CIA, the NSA, and elsewhere in the IC.
Yeah, and this is the core question for Mike and I and for the other overseers of this whole operation. And it's a big deal. It's not just one 21-year-old airman. And by the way, it's not his age that matters here. We rely on 21-year-olds to lead troops into combat. It's the fact that he had not just access to information he did not need to have in order to do his job. He was able to print it out, stick it in his pocket, and walk out of a secure facility. Mike and I, where we do our business, could not do that. And so, and by the way, it's not just a young airman. It is the former president of the United States and two former vice presidents of the United States. So here you have, maybe the most junior person in the federal government and the most senior people in the federal government, and we see it time and time again. So we have a process problem that is going to require us to rethink the technology, that is going to require us to rethink who has access, and you've got a cultural problem. I mean, I would like to understand the culture that lived in that Cape Cod National Guard unit where, apparently there was just not a 100% commitment to preserving information. And so Mike and I need to look at the technology, at the people, and at the culture, because this has got to stop happening.
Reviews that are going to be happening for quite some time, lots of questions still to be asked, and of course an investigation by the DOJ that is still very much underway. Gentlemen, we need to leave it there. Ranking Member Jim Himes and Chairman Mike Turner of the House Intelligence Committee, thank you both for joining me this evening.